I apologize if you hear anything in the background. I am washing clothes because even though you guys are important to me, so is Mother's freshness. That was too much information. Let's get into it. Monique Hart, I told y'all when Mother got some coins, she was going to be unstoppable, and that's what she looked like when she walked in that damn workroom. Monique was sitting on pretty from head to toe. I was so impressed with her improvements. She looked like she put this show to good use. She looked like she left her season and was collecting some good coin and came back on this show and came for the crown. Like, because when she walked in the room, I was just like, I think the season 4 winner just walked into the room. Because guys, I don't know about you, but this episode, I felt like they were setting it up to be a Monique Hart season. You know what I mean? Like, she was in all of the confessionals, her confessionals. Monique Hart looked amazing in the confessionals, like flawless, like was chiseled. I don't know if it was a better makeup team, but all I know is that Monique Hart looked amazing from head to toe, and I knew that was the only thing holding her back. Now she has the confidence because she got the coins. Speaking of confidence, Trinity the Tuck, amazing. When she came out of that body bag, I gasped. Like, real talk, I was like, because I didn't expect it. The look was amazing. The makeup, the wig, that color on her, that dress was fun and funny. I was so happy and excited to see her because I love what she said. She said, I feel like I'm the full package now. And I'm telling you, I felt that confidence through Trinity. Trinity the Tuck. I really, really did, because on her season, she came in with some drama. So we really couldn't get into all of what she was capable of doing because they were dealing with the Eureka drama. Of course it was story, but that drama overshadowed Trinity's talent. And I think that she's going to use this season to not be reborn, but to just come alive in a new way, which is why I think she came out of that body bag. Because I feel like for a lot of the queens, this is a redemption season. I think a lot of them did not feel like they did their best and on their season. Now they know what to do. Now they know how to play the game. Now they know how to work the cameras. And I'm here for it. I think they all deserve another shot. I think there also are a lot of queens who were hot back in the day, who we don't really know about now, and RuPaul's Drag Race is on a bigger network, you know what I mean? So I think it's great. Come back, show off, you know what I mean? Show off them coins, show off your talents. At the end of the day, even if you don't win, you still win, because you're going to leave this show with an enhanced booking fee. You know what I mean? Like, say what you want about RuPaul, but this show really puts drag queens on a platform that just touring won't really put you on, because not everybody can get to a drag show, you know what I mean? But everybody can get to VH1, or everybody can get to the internet and watch this show. So I think it's a good move for any drag queen, despite the controversy. If you can get on this show, you better do it and use it for what it's worth. It's a 45-minute long commercial for your talents. Use it. Naomi Smalls, gorgeous. Has always been gorgeous. The outfit, I wasn't gagged by it. It was alright, you know what I mean? She walked in, she looked beautiful. Like, none of us didn't expect for her not to look gorgeous. Like, it's Naomi Smalls, right? She's still sickening, still the skinny legend. But I'm like, sis, I hope you can offer us more this season. Because that's the thing with Naomi. She's a looks queen. That doesn't really transfer well on TV, because you can sit there and be a look queen, but can you read? Are you funny? Do you have another talent that we just don't see? You got to be an overall like drag queen to really do well on this show and go far, because at the end of the day, you just want to go far. If you don't win the crown, fine. At least you're on 6 or 7 episodes where we can see you shine. So I don't know. I like her. I've always been a fan of Naomi Smalls, but I don't know. We'll see. Since we're here, Naomi, look a little different. Naomi already had beautiful full lips. She did not need to do anything more. Like, she went from looking like this beautiful black goddess to, dare I say, Stephen King's It. I was like, what the hell is going on with your lips? Sis, you need to pull a collie and deflate, because it's too much. I think what happens with this show is that a lot of the drag queens watch the show and, I guess to cut time, go and get work done so they can look better in drag. Instead of drawing on like really full lips, I'll just get them really full. The problem is is when the makeup comes off. It's terrifying. Monet X Change walked into the room, and Monique is already playing dirty. Because when Monet X Change walked into the room, she was like, honey, a bodysuit is not stunning. I'm like, oh, okay, Monique, you came to play, sis. I'm here for it. I'm not hating. I think Monet X Change is just a sweetie, so I don't think she'll be as messy as she needs to be to go far. We all love her and we want her to go far, but I don't know, from what I saw this episode, she's not playing the game like the other queens are. Monique Hart is, and I think that's why she's going to win. But I'm glad that Monet is back. I think she needed it for looks. I liked what she walked in with because she just looked beautiful. Her wig was nice. I loved her makeup. I think she just looked beautiful. Maybe I'm biased to Sparkles, but I liked it. I liked her look, and I hope that she can redeem herself looks-wise. I'm not sure, but we will see. And I love that she brought her sponge crown. Why not? Do it up, Gia Gunn. She's not gonna win that crown, but she's gonna be very memorable from this season because I remember Gia used to read, right? Comedically. Gia is like, she came in her season with the knife. Now she's here with a full-on sawed-off shotgun. Like, all of her reads, I was like, Gia. But let's talk about her entrance look. The good. This is the good about Gia walking in. First trans contestant to be on this show. And I think it's a great, I am not talking about that Rusical Holiday Soleil. A mess. The best thing that came out of that Rusical Holiday Sleigh or whatever was Mayhem Miller's. Her Krampus look, to me, that's the best look this year. Like, that Krampus, gorgeous. Anyway, I know Sonique was on that, but I'm talking about for a full-out season. I think it's great to have Gia in that position. I think she's a great representation. I think with the drama that Ru had with the comments about not wanting trans people to, not saying that she didn't want trans people to be on the show, but Ru was just like, it's a show about men who put on the illusion of women and not actual women. So I get it, right? Totally understand where Ru was coming from, but you cannot exclude somebody from your community, especially somebody who started on this show, okay? Who got this show to where it is, and tell them no. And you also, and again, I'm a straight, so check me, right? But I just feel like you just can't remove people from participating in the acceptance and the joy from what is drag, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I have no problem being checked. No problem, because it's not my community, not my business, but I love this show. So I just think it's good to have Gia Gunn on there. I really, really do. And I hope this changes, and I hope we get more trans contestants on this show, trans drag queens on the show. Before I continue, let me just apologize for the beeps that you have been hearing throughout this review. One of my idols, Penny Marshall, has just passed away, and everybody is like contacting me because they know I love her so much. And yeah, I wasn't gonna do this review because I was heartbroken. She really paved the way for fronting women. She was one of the people who paved the way for fronting women. So everybody's just like reaching out to me, and it's coming through my computer because I'm using my phone right now. So sorry, ignore it. Anyway, Gia's look. I know it was couture, honey. Just because it's couture doesn't mean that it reads well on camera. It looked cheap. I'm so sorry, Gia. It looked cheap. It looked like she had on an ugly Christmas sweater with Fashion Nova boots. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with Fashion Nova. But if you got a coin, I want to see like Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see a fabulous garment. If it can't be name brand, then make it look fabulous. There are so many drag designers who do like drag pageant gowns or whatever, who really could have put their mark on Gia. I don't know why she went with that. That look was horrid. And it was all like bleeding into each other. It just didn't read well on camera. Now, maybe In person, it looks sickening. Not them jean boots. Not them jean boots with them damn pearls. I don't see it. And also, she was another character who I think went with the reborn theme. I see that a lot in her. I see that a lot in Trinity. I see that a lot in Monique Hart. Who else came in with a reborn theme? No, those were the only people I think who really had like a reborn theme. Pheromone, what's Pheromone, but like Pheromone 2.0. I don't know if she was reborn, but I just think that she was elevated like everybody else who got a good coin after their season. Pheromone looked great, like Naomi Smalls. I wasn't shocked at all. I was like, oh, Pheromone looks great, you know? And even though she got hate for her butt, I liked it. I like the fact in the age of Trinity Tux, okay, and Detox, we got a Pheromone. I like that she kept her original booty. I didn't have a problem with it. They were making such a big deal about it, and I was just like, I don't see anything wrong. I liked it. The confessional look. Queens, leave it alone. Unless you're going to be in drag 24/7 where it looks good, when you get out of drag, it's like, you know, the nightmare before, during, and after Christmas. Like, stop. Stop. And then we get to Jasmine Masters. My favorite, even still, despite all the drama, I always look at Jasmine Masters as drag queen's favorite auntie. You know what I mean? I do not expect looks from her. I expect comedy. I did hope and expect that she didn't get in her own way like she normally does when she gets on these shows, but unfortunately, she did. And we'll talk about that later because I'm hurt. I'm really, really hurt because I was so excited for Jasmine Masters. Like, I was rooting for you. I was the only one rooting for you. And you Jasmine Mastered me. And then a bag of money is rolled into the workroom. The money is also known as Valentina because she looked like she was dripping. Everybody this season looked like money. Valentina looked wealthy. Like her shoes, the outfit, like everything was just sickening and so well put together. And I'm like, listen, these drag queens are getting coins, but Valentina is getting coins. And although I love her upgraded look, I prefer middle class Valentina. I just think that with Valentina's features, dark hair works better for her, and she's experimenting with lighter eyes and lighter eyebrows and hair, and I don't know, it doesn't do it for me. I think Valentina would look sickening with platinum blonde hair and just her dark eyebrow. Like, that will look good, but the lighter eyes and the lighter eyebrows, I don't see it. I was like, Valentina. You look more chiseled with dark features. What do you guys think? Do you like the new upgraded Valentina look-wise in the face? Or do you prefer like dark featured Valentina? I just think she looks so much more better. Like handsome and beautiful with darker hair. When I was watching this episode and Manila and Latrice Royale walked in handcuffed, I was like, oh hell no. We are not doing teams this season because I didn't like it. I felt like that just handicapped a drag queen who was better or just more seasoned or was able to really go with the flow of the show with the drag queen who couldn't really handle it, right? And I felt like that was with Manila and Latrice. They're both fabulous drag queens, but Latrice seemed like she was going through something on that season of Teams. So now that they're back, I'm really glad that they're back as individuals and we can see them both shine individually, not as a team, because they're sisters, but sometimes sisters don't work together well. Speaking of those two, Manila's look, I don't like it. I don't like the look, but here's the thing. I haven't liked a lot of Manila's looks, but I like Manila. Like, that's the thing. Like, even if I can't rock with what she's wearing, I somehow get into it because she's just very likable. And I hate the fact that her and the Vixen are getting into, like, that was ugly, guys. That was an ugly back and forth on Twitter, and I didn't like it. I felt so bad for Manila. Like, I don't know, like, that just hurt me. I was like, oh my gosh. And then her comment, for the record, me and my ex never broke up till death do us part. I was like, Manila, no. Like, that was ugly. I hate when my faves fight. I don't like when Jasmine and Shangela are fighting. I don't like when the Vixen and Manila are fighting. I don't like when the drag queens are fighting, period. Like, I didn't like when Tyra Sanchez was coming for any drag queen. I don't like it. I don't know, like, you want them to be above it all because you hold them in a certain esteem because you don't really know them. You just see their art and you fall in love with their art, but you really don't know the person. Even still, I'm gonna hold them to that. It is what it is. I know they're humans, but I'm gonna hold them to it. And I just want them all to do better because when it gets ugly like that, especially, can we be real? A lot of these drag queens are up in age. So what are you doing fighting on Twitter? Like, come on, y'all. I don't know. I didn't like that, guys. That hurt me. Listen, that was the dirtiest drag queen fight I've seen on Twitter. And I've been in some, not been in, but I've seen some ugly ones. And that fight, the way it ended, whew! Love Latrice. The outfit looked like, it just gave me grandma's curtains. You know what I mean? But again, Manila and Latrice are the same for me. I don't necessarily like their looks all of the time, but because, not just because of their art. They're great at their art, right? But they're also just good people. You know what I mean? Like, you just feel the joy from them. So it's just like, I'm not a fan of that outfit, but I love you, Latrice. It's okay. You know what? Let me try it on. I look amazing. You know what I mean? I think it's because they just bring such a light to the show, to whatever they're doing, that you just don't, I don't know. Like, I'm hoping that I'm not going to be biased during my reviews, because I can't find anything wrong with them, although I find things wrong. Like, I see things and I'm like, that's not cute. I don't like that. But because of who it is, I try to like it. Like, even when I was writing my notes, I was like, Manila, what the hell is this? But I was like, but Manila is so sweet. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna work hard. Like, I'm not gonna be biased, y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna be honest, but I'm also going to, you know, with a little bit of spice, I'm gonna add some sugar. It is what it is. Love me or hate me. But you love me, that's why you're here. Let's keep going. So the library is open. And although I'm not opposed to Latrice winning that reading session, the editing made it seem like Monet Exchange won that. Because when Latrice won it, I was just like, well, why didn't y'all show us her best reads? Because Monet, in my opinion, won that. But they gave it to Latrice. And again, who's gonna fight that? You see what happens when you're so damn lovable? People just give you stuff. Maxi Challenge, Star Spangled Variety Show, Ruth's look. I think I'm going to have the same kind of critiques that I had last season. I love Ruth's makeup and hair. The dresses, I don't know, maybe Rue wants a certain aesthetic, because I feel like every dress is the same. And it was like only one time when she did like a mask thing with like the ponytail coming out through the full body jumpsuit. She did like 2 different looks from her normal aesthetic, and I love them. But this like side dress, or like off the shoulder dress, and I don't know. I just feel like I've seen it before, and they just keep on changing the color and the material, but it's the same dress, and I just want it more, especially for All Stars, because you get a bigger budget for All Stars and you get less episodes, so there's more money. And I didn't see it. I didn't really, it was a no from me. So first up, we have Monique Hart and Brown Cow Stunning. Love the song. Like, the song is absolutely a hit. However, that dip that she did was frightening. You know, Monique Hart's dip looked like that girl in that viral video that was walking in them shoes. Fell like 5 different times and looked like she broke all of her limbs, but she's 14. So, you know, her body just bounced back. But I'm like, honey, if you were 34, you wouldn't have got up. Naomi Smalls. Naomi, I want you to do so much better than what you're doing. And I think she's given safe, and that's always been Naomi's problem. She's always given safe, because this thing pose, it was cute, right? But then we got the reveal at the end, which was an Albert Einstein wig, and I'm like, this is it? Like, you just posed all over the place, and that was like, I don't know, I just wanted more. I wanted, like, that's the thing that Naomi Smalls has left me with this episode. It's more. I just want more. Like, I want to see, where can you go? Because when you're on All Stars, you're a freaking all-star. Like, this is the elevated crew. So you have to bring it. And it was good, but I don't think it was all-star worthy. You know what she should have done? There is an iconic runway from Naomi Campbell where she has these bags. I'm getting goosebumps. She has these bags and she's like running. Was it a Tom Ford show? I gotta find it for you guys. But she was like running with these bags on, and it looked like she was like running late to the show. Like, she had these bags in her hand and she was running. And it looked like she was running late to the show. And then she drops the bags. Woohoo! I love her. Drops the bag, turns around, does like a reveal of an outfit, and just starts strutting down the runway. Everybody who was watching it was like, even like them snooty fashion people, you could not have not reacted to that. It was like when Violet Chachki did the reveal, when she was, what was it? It went from, did it go from glitter to tartan? Whatever, sequence to tartan? The look, whatever that look is, I'm doing it for my wedding. Just know, if I'm still here on these YouTube streets during my wedding, I'm doing that Violet Chachki reveal. Just you wait. But that's what Naomi should have done. Like, done something crazy on the runway. Pose, pose, pose. I get all the queens are doing their songs so that they can get hits. Like, they're pulling the Rupaul method. I don't have a problem with it, but I just wanted more. I wanted more. And Naomi can do it. That's why I'm like, girl, you can do it. Gia Gunn, listen, say what you want about homegirl, but she got the room to talk. She got the room to read and shade, because that performance, beautiful. Everybody was quiet, not because they were uncomfortable, but because it was such, first of all, it was shocking. You would not have expected that on Drag Race All Stars, right? It was also just so very beautiful and just very like, she was nasty. In the workroom, talk about, I've been working on this for 15 years. It looked like it. It looked like it. She did a great job. It was just beautiful. The music, the culture, the reveal. I enjoyed her performance, and I was shocked that she wasn't like a top 2. I don't know. That was weird to me. We'll talk about that later, but I was like, why isn't Gia up here? Trinity, I liked her performance. I like that she went with Trinity to Tuck. I wish she would not have sang it. I wish she would have like rapped it, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, or did not poetry like the same parts, but just some kind of sing-songy, speak through. I'm not using the right words. I know what it's called, but I can't find the words right now. But singing it messed it up for her. If she would not have sang it, I think it would have read better, because I couldn't understand a lot of the song because she was singing with her accent instead of just speaking. And then I do what? I get my tuck, da 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 da, pop pop pop. I pull my dick, something. You know, like, I don't know what to say. But you know, like, she just could have just talked it instead of, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. It was cute, but I just wanted enunciation and no singing. Then Trinity being in the top 2 would have made sense to me, but it didn't. Pheromone. Woo! That was rough, because as a performer, I felt that. Nobody wants to fall during a show. Nobody. It is the worst thing ever. And to be able to recover from that, you got to be a pro. You got to be a pro. And I think that Pheromone is just way too pampered. Way too pampered in life. And in the words of Monique Hart, you are a grown man. Monique gonna win this season. You are a grown man. Pick yourself up and keep on performing, because the performance was cute, right? I've seen it before. You know, I wanted more, just like with Naomi, I wanted more from Pheromone. But then when she fell and then like couldn't recover, I was disappointed, because it's All Stars. This is not your first time on this show. This is not your first time in front of people and cameras, and I got it, right? I felt bad because I understand what that's like. I fell on stage before. I've made mistakes. It's Mortifying. But baby, I'm a professional. I kept going. I made you think in the audience that fall was supposed to be there because I'm good at what I do. I'm a damn all-star, okay? And if you're an all-star, we want you to get back up. Like, she should have felt like Normani. There is another viral clip of Normani from Fifth Harmony. Yes, I can't believe I got it right. She was performing with the girls and she slipped. And the way mother slipped and fell, I was like, oh, you are going to go solo and be a star. I knew it from that moment because she was always constantly performing. Like, she did something and she slipped and she fell and she got back up and like, if you're a performer, you knew what happened, or if you was watching it that closely, you knew that slip wasn't intentional. But if you wasn't paying attention, if you didn't really know what was going on with the show, you knew that looked like it was a part of the show. That's how I wish Pheromone would have fell. If she just would have slipped and just bam and then rolled over or something and been like, ooh, or do her Pheromone thing. If she fell and just been like, like, there was a way to recover. And I'm telling you, if Pheromone would have did that, she would have been in the top 2. Because we love a recovery. We love a recovery. And she didn't. She just could not get herself together and then cried on the runway when Ru talked about it. And I'm like, you're a grown man. Not only are you a grown man, you are 25 years old. That's the age when it's just like, oh, you got to stop playing. Because 30 is right there, okay? It comes faster than you think. So you got to get it together. I was disappointed. Pheromone. Disappointed. You look great, though. I want that outfit, but disappointed. I feel like that girl in that interview about the buses, it just went from worse to worser. Monet Exchange. What the whole hell was that? I was like, wait, what's going on? I was like adjusting the volume on my TV because I'm thinking something wrong with my television because Monet can sing. So why did you not lip sync it? Everybody asked that question at judging. Like, why didn't you just lip sync like everybody else? It would have been fine. This is what we expect on this show. I don't know. I think she tried to flex a muscle that she just wasn't prepared for. Maybe she didn't, do her vocal warmings. Maybe she was getting over a cold. I don't know. But that wasn't it, Chief. That wasn't it. The rest of the song was good, but I felt like, again, Monet, like Pheromone, couldn't recover from those struggle vocals. Manila, I wasn't a fan of it because I think it's a great idea, right? I've seen that done before better. And I think that was my problem with it. I could see the outline of the painting. And I think that Manila probably did that to make it go faster within the constraints of the time. So maybe she just did that so that she could know where to put what. But I knew where it was going. I was like, oh, I can see the outline. And then like she ran behind and did a reveal. I was just like, and I always thought Manila was a comedy queen. So I was expecting something funny. And I didn't, like, maybe she's a comedy look queen. I don't know. But I wasn't impressed. I was not impressed because it's All Stars. If it was just, a regular season, okay, this is what you're coming out with, sure. But it's All Stars, so we always expect more. And I was just like, nope. Jasmine Masters. Monique asked you to write it down. She said just an outline, and she didn't even have to give you that helping hand. You didn't take it. And as soon as you said, no, I'm just gonna go off the cuff, I was like, here's Jasmine Masters being Jasmine Masters on these damn reality TV shows. And I think competition just intimidates Jasmine Masters. And I think she gets intimidated and feels like she's not as glam as these other queens, or she's like, I'm not going to do that. That's my thing. And I don't think her saying, this is what I do, this is why the fans love me, I don't think that's her owning her craft. I think that's her copping out. I really felt like she copped out this season. I think she saw the competition in the room and was just like, I'ma get out of here. Because I didn't really see a fight in her. And when she said she's just going to wing it, I'm like, why in the hell would you wing it on All Stars? Like, why wouldn't you prepare? Or I just sit and I'm like, this ain't your first time here. You know how this goes. Why didn't you? Jasmine Masters could have just taken a bunch of her jokes from her viral videos and put it onto the set. But because she didn't plan it out or write anything or put down anything, she was just trying to remember her things off the cuff, and her jokes weren't landing because they were out of order. Like, she was, because I subscribe to her channel. I watch all of her lives. I love, like, she's hilarious, right? Off the dome. But she was trying to take all of these things from her viral videos and put them into a stand-up routine, and it didn't work because the jokes weren't matching. They weren't landing because you weren't saying the same jokes. You were jumbling them up because she was trying to remember as she was performing. It didn't work, and it's just like, you gotta read the room. If your audience wasn't feeling one joke, switch it up. Like, she would have even got a laugh if she would have been like, that ain't work or something. She just didn't. I felt like she just gave up. And then the whole denial. Oh, you can't say, you can say that you didn't like what I said, but you can't say that it wasn't funny. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And this is the thing. Shout out to stand-up comics, because you make it look easy. Shout out to comedians, period. Especially comedians who put on a show, who write this stuff, who perform it, who like workshop their art. Shout out to you, because you make it look easy, and it's not. It really, really isn't. There's a lot of work that goes into it. Those stand-up comics who tour, they have a team of writers. Kevin Hart is not just writing them jokes. He got a team of writers who are writing for him. He's writing as well, but there are people who are also helping him. And then he takes all of those jokes and goes to comedy shows, like, you know, little, not comedy shows, but little comedy bars or whatever, and workshops it. And if it doesn't land, he throws it away. But he remembers the formula. And Jasmine Masters didn't remember the formula of her jokes or of her rants. And it's like, it was ill prepared, and it was disappointing. It was disappointing for the fans who were rooting for her and really, you know, was excited to see her. And really was excited to see her on this season. I felt like she gave up. I hate when queens give up. I love Ben de la Creme, but I felt like Ben just gave up, and I wanted Ben to fight. And I just don't like that, this give up spirit. I'm a Christian, okay? Grew up in a church. The fact that give up spirit is a part of my vocabulary. Hey, Black Holiness Church, Kojic, all of them. I went to all of them. Anyway, I just hate giving up, because I feel like there are so many people who want to be in your position. And if you feel like it's not for you on day one of filming, you should have been like, this ain't for me. You know what I mean? Like, I see what's in the room. I'm not here yet, or this is not what I do. Let me get out of here and give this spot to a chick who won't fight. Because I didn't feel like Jasmine for it. Latrice, the talent wasn't for me, but the fact that she was a big girl giving it, I think that's why everybody went up for that performance. Because she really was like, you know, just going, like, not giving up. I think after seeing Jasmine Masters, it was just like everybody was hungry for somebody who really wanted it. And Latrice was just going for it. And I was here for it. Like, I wasn't, the talent didn't really, you know, surprise me, or like, the talent didn't really shock me, right? I wasn't like, oh my gosh, because I've seen Latrice perform and I've seen her do better shows. I've seen her with different talents, and I thought that she was going to give us one of those, but she didn't. And that's okay. What she did got her through. I wanted more though. Valentina, I wasn't wowed by it. I wasn't wowed by the song. I wasn't wowed by the performance, but she gave us her best J-Lo. Like, she was going for it. That's the thing. Like, with Latrice, when Latrice came out, although maybe I wasn't here for the flags or whatever, but she was just giving it, and the audience was eating her up before she even got to the freaking flags. Like, you can see somebody who's fighting for it. You can see somebody who is giving it your all, who is giving it their all. And as an audience, you appreciate that, so you give it right back. You know what I mean? And that's what I think was happening with Valentina as well. Valentina was going for it. Although the song wasn't it for me, I was just like, go ahead, J-Lo, let us have it. She was like, I loved it. I loved it. It wasn't for me, but I enjoyed what I was seeing, because I was watching a performer give it their all, and I was here for it. Before we get to the lip sync, I just got to talk about Gia for one quick second again. I like Gia. I liked Gia in her season. I love the fact that she is not holding back. Like, she's going there. She's giving us a show. She's not doing the, oh, these are my sisters. Like, she's giving it, right? I think she's going too deep. Like, too deep, too harsh. She won't get off of Pheromone. I don't like her disrespecting Pheromone's talents. You know what I mean? I feel like some of the older queens who were before Instagram, before social media, have a problem with the queens who are at their same status social media wise and didn't have to do the work that they did before. Like, can't be mad that they got in early with technology and really used it to their abilities. That's a talent. So I don't like her disrespecting the fact that Pheromone is supposed to be there, because she's good and she should be there. You too, Gia, but I don't know, like, she's going after Pheromone so hard that it's like, even if I did agree with some of the things she was saying, I disagreed with her delivery, because I'm like, if you're going to critique, that's one thing. But you're like just tearing down to get your rocks off, and I can't rock with it. Like, I can't. And then right after Valentina performed, I was so bored. Like, you didn't need to say that, Gia. You didn't. You know what I mean? Like, there was a way, like, you know what? Gia could have said it, but there was a way she could have said it. The way she said it, I didn't like it. Because it's something sinister under there. And it's not like, you know, fun little shade. It's something else, and I don't like it. Now let's get into the lip sync. Monique, disappointed. How do you not keep your wig on when that was your folly in your season? Because Monique was making a big deal about, oh my goodness, I don't have the money, so I can't do my wigs like the other girls. Now you got the money. Why is your wig falling off? Rue does not like that. I know she had the reveal thing, but she didn't even do the reveal to the point where it made any sense. We had already seen it with Sasha Velour. She could have done something different. Or you also could have, like, did something with the head, like maybe not have it be a pussycat wig under there, but make it be like some kind of reveal where it made sense. And it didn't. Like, it just didn't make sense for her to lose her wig. It looked like she didn't secure her wig. That's what it looked like. And so as soon as she did that, I was just like, oh, this win is going to Trinity, who I think did the song justice, because I don't think, yes, Emotions is a slower song. It's not a ballad. It's like a slower kind of up-tempo song. It's a mixture, right? But there was so much they both could have done with it. But when Monique lost that wig, I was like, oh, this is definitely going to Trinity. And the fact that she picked Jasmine, I wasn't mad at it, because Jasmine wasn't fighting for it. In my opinion, Jasmine didn't have the fight until after she was sent home and saying that she was better and she should have stayed here. They were like giving all of these reasons that you should have given to Monique and to Trinity. And I don't think they wanted you to beg. They just wanted you to want to be there, you know, to make sense of why you should be kept. And Jasmine didn't do it. Girl, if you keep me, it's all right. If you don't, it's all right. But it's not really all right, because now you're about to drag them on Instagram. So I don't know, Jasmine. Man, it's so hard to be a fan of a very complicated artist. You know, it's the same thing with the Vixen. I know a lot of y'all don't like the Vixen. There's a lot of things that I don't like that the Vixen does, right? I still think she's very talented. I love the Black Girl Magic show. I think there's so much good creativity that comes from her. But the Manila thing, that bothered me. You know what I mean? I'm just like, why am I always here? Why am I always here? Tyra Sanchez was my favorite. I was rooting for her season, and then and I get it. See, that's the thing. I get it. I understand what you're frustrated about. But the thing with me is the issues that I have with Gia Gunn. It's like, you can still speak to me through your pain, but you don't got to cut my head off to do it. You know, like, I understand the frustration. I'm a Black woman. I get it, Vixen. I get it, Tyra. There is just, I'm not saying that you got to be nice, you got to be sweet, especially when you're in pain. But everybody is not fighting you. You know, and that's the thing with Jasmine. I'm like, I knew what was going to happen, and I was praying that it didn't, because I wanted Jasmine to show the world what the fans of Jasmine sees. And I don't know, how do you guys feel about it? Like, I'm struggling to like really talk about it because Jasmine has been bashed enough with the Shangela stuff and now with the show and how she left on the show. So I don't want to bash her, you know what I mean? I just wanted her to stay. I wanted her to stay. And maybe she will come back. Who knows what the twist will be, but that was disheartening to see her leave like that. But she should have been in the bottom, you know what I mean? However, I do feel like the top two should have been Gia Gunn and Monique Hart. Trinity should have been an honorable mention like Gia. I don't know why Gia wasn't in the top. What do you guys think happened with that? Do you think it was her mouth that got her there, or maybe the producers wanted to leave her out so that she could be frustrated or something? I don't know, but I was really shocked that she wasn't the top two of the night. So anyway, I have rambled on enough. This review was a bit longer because I wanted to talk about the entrance looks. I'm going to try to keep these videos down to about 30 minutes because that's all I really got time for. I used to be able to sit on here with you guys for about an hour, but listen, mother got scripts to memorize and things. Listen, I got work to do, but I'm still here because I love y'all. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comment section below, and I will see you all soon. Love ya. Wait, before we get out of here, Jennifer Lewis, my heart. She was so amazing in Rue. You have to make her a permanent host. Child. My apologies, Queen Mother. I meant please make her a permanent judge. She was good. She was good. She was the one to lift the queens up when Michelle was tearing them down because, you know, that's why we got Michelle there. She's a Simon Cowell of this show. But I liked all of her critiques. I just liked seeing her. I don't know. I wanted more Jennifer Lewis, and I hope moving forward, All Stars keeps her as a judge. She was good. Let's talk about it. Comment section. Love ya.